And boom, we are rolling, folks. Another edition of Kane's Corner brought to you on Sunday night. It's supposed to be 9 o'clock, but it's 9:08 p.m. And look, I don't think Mick has any copyrights on it. Maybe I'll just take his tagline to his show. His beginning monologue, or whatever he calls it. I don't know what the exact name is. Well, maybe I'm going to take that, and make it my own now. Mick is on the warpath. A lot of stuff to check in tonight about. I didn't even bring anybody on because why bother? I don't want to go too late. I didn't catch John's show. I don't know how it was. I'm sure Quinn was fantastic. Another guy who's blocked me. He's kind of an asshole. I don't know what his fucking problem is, but like somebody that's in the media is blocking. Like the idea he would have been the producer of the show is laughable. He can't take anything. He's weak. I don't know. He just kind of annoys me. I don't know why, but nothing to do with him really. That just comes out of nowhere, like usual. Attacks somebody. Feeling good tonight. Look, Mike and the Minute fans. Controversy. Look. I got all the receipts. I don't know what the fuck Mick's talking about. I understand he thinks he should have been talked to a little bit differently and let know what was going on. But I let his producer know. I talked to John. I let John know what was going on. It's could have been clearer. Not really. It was pretty clear. They obviously knew I couldn't make it. I'm sorry. I have fucking kids. I know. Mike and the Minute fans, we were listening to Gus, no kids, and Mick, no kids. I have no idea. I didn't really want to go too far into it, but my daughter was sick, and whatever. She was a little clingy, and I wasn't just going to leave her for an hour, to go on and, smack Mick around again. It just wasn't really worth it. So I just kind of said, fuck it. I can't do it. It wasn't a big fucking deal. Mick does shows by himself. He does BAP by himself once a month, once every month and a half. So obviously he had two panelists. And I get it. Maybe he was a little, I don't know what exactly. He said he had tons of topics. He really talked about a good amount of stuff. It flowed pretty well. And I got a good dose of Mickey Bits. He's a guy that he gets under your skin. I think he's a talented guy. Just to be clear with Mick, you're not going to get, a lot of people aren't going to say this to him, but I will. I think Mick is a talented guy. I think overall, though, all things considered, for a 29-year-old guy who's kind of at his crossroads in his life, you're 29, you're basically homeless, you're living at your friend's house. I guess you're going to be out by June. You're kind of, the girlfriend's not there. And you're wide open. You're free to do whatever you want. I guess you don't work in the restaurants anymore. I don't know what you're doing. I have a lot of faith in you, but you have to say, overall, Mick's been a disappointment. Overall, he has been. If I had that talent, I would be making something because I have a work ethic. I think Mick, has a little bit of a work ethic issue. And I think that's of course he's a front of the house guy. That makes sense. It's where the slackers go. And he's walked out of the studio a bunch of times. It's a dream job for a lot of people. It's a stepping stone. You go in there, you bust your ass on the Kirk Minahan show. Kirk loves him, knobs him, blows him, tries to do everything he can to make him successful, and he still can't just grab it and run with it. And look, I'm a big guy. I enjoyed the back and forth. I enjoy the conflict. I don't know why your performance on Mike and the Minute fans it was so needed. You needed me there so much to make the show right. I didn't get it. Congratulations, you've done 3 shows in 3 weeks. It's impressive. That's the kind of work ethic that we would love to have on the Kirk Minahan show. So, I think I felt understood Justin a lot more these days. I kind of thought it was Justin was being a little over the top, but I can see what Mick can do. And he's calling for a suspension for me, 3 months. Like I said to him, he doesn't have enough clout or whatever with the network. He's not doesn't work hard enough to make any decisions. Meadows was right. I mean, I got to come on today because you never know. You never know with this show. Tomorrow, he could, Kirk could just say, fucking Kane's out for 3 months. I think that's fair. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't ever know. So, Dave Cullinane was talking about me not being on the show anymore for 3 months or till, the band, or whatever it is. He wasn't going to see my name pop up, just throw me to the side and throw me out yesterday's garbage, which is, Dave's prerogative. So I don't know. I just thought it was, I thought he had a good call in. I thought he had a good show the week of. We had a good back and forth. Then he got butthurt and didn't come on Mike and the Minifans. He's banning me from the show, which I don't even know. I guess he can do. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. See what Kirk says about it. He's running the show. How long that'll last, who knows? So what else we got on Mick? What is his? Oh, that's right. The tips controversy. I'll just say, front of the house people in general, working in the business a long time. There's a big difference front and back. Back of the house, cooks, chefs usually tend to work a lot harder. They take the business more serious. Most of the time, they're full timers. For the most part, so they take a little more, ownership over the job. Front of the house people. I know Kirk said he kind of did a 180, kind of went the other way. He's took Mick's side. I don't even understand. If you're a 40-hour-a-week server, you make. I worked in a place where there were servers making $2,500 a week, and you're saying those people shouldn't have to pay tax when they're whores. It's what they are. I mean, they're fucking mercenary whores. That's what servers are. They don't give two fucks about the business. I heard some of the dumbest fucking shit on Mike and the Minifans. Gus is about his fucking he is so fucking dumb. He knows nothing about restaurants. He says the server makes or breaks the meal. Oh my God. What an idiot. Gus, I got news for you, buddy. When you go out to a restaurant, you complain about food. I don't know what you're talking about, Gus. The server just has to deal with it. The server comes in like a fucking panic, like the world's burning, fucking burning down. If there's a tiny problem, it's the worst day of their lives. These customers are so pissed. Oh my God. All they're thinking about is my tip. That's all they give a fuck about. They don't care about anything else but how much money I'm going to make. They're whores. They're prostitutes, basically. For Kirk to understand what they really are, think of a barstool salesperson. In the restaurant business, the servers. They're there. You need them. I actually respect what they do. I don't have a problem with what they do. Just own what you are. You want the show. You're basically a nothing. You have a job to do, and sometimes you make out good money for the work that you do. I have no respect for you in the general terms as actual professionals. You're whores. But nevertheless, if you make $2,500 a week, you should fucking pay tax. Fuck you. I don't give a shit what fucking profession you're in. Anybody that goes against that's a fucking dummy. How could you be okay with that? These people are whores. You do not let them get away with not paying tax. That's personal to me. I've worked with these people. I've learned they're all like the same, And if you get a really good server that cares about the business, you got to promote that person. That's it. Your managers, your general managers, district managers, all who knows where they go, but those are the people that are going to grow. Servers never grow. The real just servers, they're just whores. They just there to be all they care about themselves. So that's really the truth of it. I don't know what those guys are talking about. I'm not going to admit fans. The chef goes out to tables. There's problems with the food. They fix it. Nobody cares because they already know the server has no power. They're powerless. They don't do anything. And the chef comes to the table, big difference. Opens up doors. It helps the servers make money. I always worked with the servers because I knew how they were. So I knew how to motivate them. You got to do like contests. You got to do like little child games to get them to fucking work hard. In the back of the house, not like that. It's a brotherhood. We bust balls. We have fun. We fucking shit on servers. That's what we do. So I just thought that was just so crazy. A terrible take. Definitely nobody understood it. What I was talking about, they turned it into something else. I'm not saying that cooks should give their money to servers. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I've been to a few restaurants that actually tax customers for the kitchen. They'll put like a kitchen tax. And it'll be like, say, $4 or whatever percentage of your meal, and then they'll give that to the kitchen. That's good. You don't want a kitchen full of crazy cooks thinking that these guys are not paying any tax. I mean, I don't know. I would definitely bring it up. So, yeah. So, in my kitchen, I would hope everybody would want to do that, and it's a fair environment. I'm not, cooks make good money. I'm not crying like they got a hard job, and as a chef, you're going to push the cooks to work harder. The servers, they fall under a little bit of a different category. You're going to only get so much out of them, so you got to be careful how you push them. They're a little softer. They did more of the diva types. You tend to get people that a lot of times you'll get bad kitchen people that end up in the front of the house because they suck in the back. They can't handle. They say, it's too much back. They go to the front. Sometimes they can do it. So most of the time, probably it's a lot easier. What are you really doing? You're talking. Yeah. You take my work that's on a plate and you serve it. Sometimes you don't even fucking serve. Somebody runs it. Then you go to the bar where somebody else makes your fucking drink. What the fuck are you doing? In some places, you have your own busser, bust your fucking tables. I did worked at Bertucci's for a little while, and that was a working man's serving position. Let me tell you. Worked in Chelmsford. There was like only two sections on the weekday. So you each had a whole section, which was 15, 16, 17 people. And you had to run the food, clear your own tables and clean them. You had to take the orders. You had to make your own drinks. No bartender. You do it all. And you kept your whole tip, And when I worked with those guys, I realized what a bunch of whores we were. That's all I give a fuck about too, because I was just a mercenary. I was just second job. And I started to think about it like, wow, it's like a disease, when you're a server, you're like a disease to the restaurant that has to be controlled by somebody at the top like myself. I also want to knock off the controversy of on cocaine while I'm on the show, which is troubling, guys. I do touch my nose a lot. I just realized that it's not good. Also, I was drinking. It was a clip of me drinking red wine, but it's the same background as here when I'm at my girlfriend's house. I don't think I'm doing cocaine here. Maybe you could think that, but I can promise you, if she would ever come on air, she won't, but she would tell you that's just not possible. If I wanted to do that, I want to come on air, I may like just blow off like Mike and the Minivans or something, just make up some stupid story. Who knows? You never know where it could be going. I mean, Mick's performance was, even he admitted it wasn't great. I mean, for him, because he's really good. Really good. I mean, somebody with his talent should already be a star. And it's weird that he isn't. He just should be. I mean, he is that good. I appreciate his content. BAP is my favorite podcast. It's once a month. It's tough. I'd like a little more. I think everybody would, even if you could give us like 5 to 7 minutes a week on something, like a rant or something Something to Mick. But again, I also never ran to Manners about it when he said he was going to suspend me. I heard Stacy, Madawaska Stacy or whatever, who is the biggest asshole in anywhere in the world. He's the biggest dick of all time. But he also said he thought I ran to Manners to complain. I didn't. I wasn't worried. Because again, Mick doesn't have any 0%. He has no say in any of this. Like, he's just doing a show like the rest of us. He should be on the show working in the main show. I mean, he should be, setting up his career and being all that, but he decided he was, they couldn't work with Justin, which is, Justin's a great guy, a fantastic guy, never over the line. I thought everything he did in that car was fine. I mean, I think Mick freaked out about him bringing up some family members or something. I don't want to say who it was because I don't want to go there, but I know it bothers him. But, I thought it was a little over the top, and Justin rightfully so. I mean, privately, he was telling me how great it was. You go back more at this guy. It's been awesome. Like, keep going, So I probably will. Maybe not, but I'm definitely stealing your hook to your show. I like that. That was my favorite thing ever. I'm going to steal something. That's what I'm stealing. So unless you got copyright, paperwork, or you patent it, or if not, I'm going to use it. So overall, I think Mick, I can't wait for BAP. He said me and Manners will enjoy it, which, great. I enjoy it. I relish in it. I like the banter. I like the going back and forth. I didn't really realize why people didn't like Mick, but now I get it. He's very good at this. He's got under my skin. That's not easy. Not easy. So, but I would choose to, stay by my daughter's side 10 out of 10 times. Unfortunately, I had to do it late. I didn't want to. I tried to hold off, and I couldn't. I couldn't leave her. So I am sorry to those guys. I really am. Also wanted to congratulate Pat Ford, 3 years clean. I think he thinks I was fucking around, but I wasn't. I actually am impressed by it. Good for you, Pat. It's a great accomplishment. I hope you could, celebrate it, bring a good, some good content back to the Drips. A little off last week, couple weeks. I think you guys are a little rusty, but looking forward to your production year in and year out, and your Twitter's unhinged. But overall, congratulations, Pat. It is pretty awesome. Should be proud of that, definitely. I know what I wanted to get to, too. Now, there's no bigger arm waver than Brando, but that fucking call the other day was brutal. I don't know. I like his show a lot. Swings for the fences. He has to know that, though, if his main goal is to get on the show, and just my opinion, probably want to, just put your head down and just keep doing your shows, Brandon. You don't want to keep your arm waving so much. You don't want to have those terrible calls like that, because it just didn't hit. I appreciate you going for it, but it just fell flat. But Brando's got Justin on this week. Very exciting. Justin Trudell has agreed at 6:00 on Monday to come on the Brando show. Brando has way more preparation than Mick did on Friday for his show. He comes prepared, ready to go. He's a future host of Mike and the Minifans, probably. He's a guy that's going to be a third chair, I think. Dave's starting to feel good about getting him in studio, so we'll see what happens. The show has been on fire. I've been enjoying it. Actually, I think the network Twitter account's been awesome. A lot of good shows. I didn't watch the show today. John, I'm kind of down on John too. He doesn't have a backbone. It's just letting Mick kind of. You're kind of like the boss, and you're letting him kind of control the shots. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to let Mick get any inch, not a fucking inch. You start giving Mick anything, it goes right to it. You think Manners is bad. Mick is the worst. Mick, a cocky, healthy, arrogant Mick is brutal. You don't want to let that get rolling. You can't let that get rolling, folks. Don't let it happen. So, John, you gotta stand back and say, really, you knew the DM that I sent you. Not to post it here. We'll wait. You want to have a little trial about it? PRC say they'll defend me. No problem. I got all the receipts. Mick, I don't have to send anything to because he's just doing the show. He's just doing a service, just like the rest of us. And Kirk loves him the most, but maybe Justin loves Justin more. But no, I don't have to communicate. Mick's in the middle of the show. That's why I didn't send it to him. John should have said something, done something, and said he was fucking playing video games. That's the John Scran story. He's there or he's not. He's never really he gets the message and then he doesn't do anything about it. So I'm sorry, John, but it is my fault. I'll take a little blame for it. I mean, I should know better now. It's just I'm not going to book on Friday and Saturdays. I can't do it. I don't want to let those guys down, but yeah, trying to ban me for 3 months was, a little over the top. I'm glad, it's, you can have a crazy president, but at least you got the Supreme Court, and that's what matters is he's at the top. He makes sure that nothing too crazy happens. I mean, nobody should be banned for anything like that. So excellent job by Mick on taking over, reinvigorating the show. But he is off the rails. He's been wrong about a lot of things lately. He was wrong about Soto. Call what it is he was. Now he's claiming he's got something else. The only one I fucking called him out was Montante, really. Said he was full of shit. And something about Chip Kelly. I didn't read it all the way through because once he said Mick gave me the info, I stopped reading. I saw Chip Kelly though, and then I moved off. But we'll see. We'll see if he's right. Can steal some more Twitter followers. He's hanging high. He's 5,800. Excellent. The guy's great. He is great. But overall, you have to say in the grand scheme of things, he has been a disappointment because he should be further along. I don't know how many people in his life are going to tell him that, but it's only because I love you, Mick. You should be better. You just should be. It is what it is. I don't know. I've said enough about Mick. He's a great guy. But you're still a whore. So, what else? Pat Ford, I did already. The cocaine on the show. Oh, there we go. So, I did think about this. I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I was actually kind of moved on the show. I don't know if he was busting balls. I don't know. If I do get married, Kirk said, you'll be there. Probably not. But I was like, holy shit, man. I never expect to hear that in my life. So, pretty fucking awesome. But the bottom line is, I thought about this, and I know, you come on the show. I don't know how I feel about bringing him on the show. I don't know. I feel so kind of like, I just don't, I think he's just, it is beneath him to come on these shows. I'm sorry. It just is, it's just a fan fucking show. Really, none of us should be on there. Every other podcast, you're not getting this kind of, interaction with the host. We've been listening to him. Some of us 5 years or whatever with the show, and years before that, you kind of know everything. I'm not sure. Honestly, I just don't want to waste his time. I appreciate going on the show. I love it. I would never turn that down, and I'll do whatever I could for the show. That's all I ever cared about anyway, was just ever once going in studio. So I'm pretty content. If other people want it, goes on other shows, that's great. I'm not saying if I'm forced to do it, I would do it. I just feel stupid bringing them on because it's I wouldn't. It's the same thing with a lot of these guys. I wouldn't ask Jeff D'Lo or people from Barstool, or I don't know. It's just not my thing. I much more enjoy just bantering with the Minifans, to be honest. But I'm not saying I wouldn't want him on the show. I just, I don't know. I just think he's beneath it. If I was him, I would never fucking do that. I also want to walk a dog down the aisle at a wedding, which is makes me so happy. That makes me fucking feel so great. You gotta have. Like Chris Clemmer needs to have a backbone with this purple hat thing. Like he's got to put his foot down too. He's got the same kind of issues. Like at some point, like why are you doing this? It's the dumbest content fucking at Barstool by far. It's so stupid. You're fucking making him run around. All you have to do is like, say something to Dan. It'll be over. Dan will back down. But I think that's bad. Imagine if to walk a dog down the aisle at a wedding. Now, Mick's, it's a good idea, I guess. Like, you want to do the right thing for your friends. I get all that, but like that has to be the most humiliating thing. The $200 thing was, I first I always thought it was a bit, but then once you start to know Mick, you realize not. It's how he is. He is a crazy guy. He's a fucking lunatic for sure. But this is like almost diabolical because they all must know how he is. And there's no way people are like, Mick won't have a problem with this. Oh, Mick, you got to cancel it, Mick. Get out of it somehow. Be creative. Think of a way out of this. Think of something else you can do. I don't know if you'll get out of it, but it was great. I mean, the only thing that honestly that more humiliating than what Clemmer does is that walking that dog down the aisle. So that's nice of you though, Mick. I mean, I would give. I can't imagine what I would give to get that exclusive picture from somebody. Somebody's got to snap that and put that on the internet. It has to happen. Christian, just, I'm sure you'll be there. Just, you do it for the team. You know what I mean? We need that in our lives. I know you're a big defender of Mick, and I get it. And I'm not, trying to say anything about you guys, but in general, I think that picture needs to get to the public. So, this week on the show, we got John and Warren back. Exciting. My guy John. He's part of the the pat yourself on the ass crew. Everybody loves each other now. It's wonderful. But John's I haven't seen much from John. He's kind of backed away a little bit. I think, maybe he's been called on to be more of a father. It's a lot of work when you got two young kids, and I know sometimes you can't do everything that you want to do. So it's just been kind of quiet. I do hear Kirk's distaste with him when he comes, John and Warren's coming in. Oof. So I don't think he means it. I think it's just joking. But John's a good studio guest. Exciting. Sit with Mike, the perfect pair. Mike is the greatest. My number 3 on the depth chart. I'd say number 2 is Justin, the number 2 guy overall. That's Mick didn't want to work with him. But Justin's a great guy. But John's in with Mike. The next show, I guess, is it Thursday, Friday? I'm not sure of the days, but Jeff D'Lo and Montante should be great. Haven't seen Montante in a while. I like to get Montante in here. He's another one I haven't asked because I don't know. I don't like bothering him either. Seems like he's pretty invested in other shit on a daily basis. He doesn't do many shows either. I'll ask him one of these times to come on, but I'll have to have a plan because he talks fast and we'll get a lot of topics out, I'm sure. I do think it's funny, though, that he beats up his co-host, E. Every fucking show, he's smacking the guy around. The guy comes with a lot of preparation, though. He makes the show. Montante should take it easy on him. Jesus. But it's a good show. I enjoy that Montante's World. It's in my rotation. So he'll be in with Jeff, who, Jeff does a lot of good things, but I'm sure he'll be fine. But I'm looking forward to Montante. I like Jeff too, but I don't really think he was a great studio guest. I don't really remember. I don't remember it being anything that sticks in my mind, but I'm sure he was fine. And then Steve from Gloucester, the return of Steve. He's making the comeback trail. Very excited for this appearance because now he's finally kind of just him and Mike. Maybe he had another one just like that, but I think it's probably maybe third appearance since he's kind of made his little comeback here. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to see Steve, recreate himself, reinvent himself, and just be himself. He kind of, he goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. So it's we just never know what we're gonna get. But I'm looking forward to it because I'm a big Steve guy. I think the show's rolling right now. Everybody's locked in. I don't know. What else topics do I got? I don't have too much. Maybe could bring a guest on. Maybe go to the chat. Oh, I know what it was. I know what the other one was. I'm just putting the call out here right now to Mick Fuss Daddy. If you're going to come back, Fuss, I know you listen to the show. I don't know what your plans are. I know Bean Bang Ron kind of hinted at it that you might be making a little comeback here. I definitely want to get you on here early. Please, Fuss. Give me the exclusive. I want to get the dirt from you. I want to hear everything. I won't ask any sensitive questions. I promise. I got respect for you. So I won't do that. But I am looking forward to your return. I miss you on the shows. I miss you as part of the world. I do, selfishly want that exclusive, but I'm just hoping that you'll give it to me, If not, it's okay. I'll be very disappointed though, but because I want to talk to you a little bit. So also I've put the call out. Put the call out to the I'm gonna be quiet. I don't want to my girlfriend in here. She's probably in here now, but we put the call out to the ex-girlfriend. I don't know if she would go on the show. I mean, I guess I would do it, end it once and for all, but that'll be it. It'd be a one-time thing. And even then, I would probably have to get clearance. But it's been out there, and to be honest, I wouldn't ignore it, because it's just better to have some finality. I think it's smart just to come on. It's probably the best thing to do. I won't be mean, I promise. I think it's just more like a finality thing for all of us. I think it'd be good content, of course, but something about sitting in there it just makes it easier to talk, to really just express feelings, get it all on the table. If you don't, then maybe I don't know. I talk about other things. So maybe it's just better to just do it. I don't want to have to keep bringing it up here and there, not even on purpose. Just comes out because I'm frustrated or whatever. So I don't want that. Maybe it's just better to sit down and just hash it out. But that would be it if it did happen. I think I heard those guys again. There's a lot of things you got to clear up around here. I heard them talking about custody stuff and watch out for divorce. It's I'm divorced. I have no custody issues. It's been 3 years. Everything's moving good. Nobody's prying into my business. Are there people out there like Mass Gambling Girl, guy, whatever the fuck you are, that want to try to get things that they want to send to people, to my ex-girlfriend, and DMs that I supposedly shared? You're a fucking piece of shit. Honestly, I can handle it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't need you to send things to her. If you want to send something, let me know. I'll email it to her for you. No problem. Everything that I've said here, I've said to this person to their face. I don't hide stuff. You know what I mean? So, that stuff's not going to worry me. I just think it's not even about it's more just for closure. It's not for clout. It's not for views, it's not for have put on a good show. It's for closure for me, it's the only kind of way I can do it. It's face to face, microphones in front of us, and for people to watch. I just think that's the best way. And then things won't just slip out of my head, who knows? Video recordings that I've gotten of people maybe getting hurt and maybe I've had to use those. You just have to be careful, of what you say, how you say it. Because I really haven't committed any crimes or anything, I would never do what I did again. To be quite honest, I mean, it was so dumb. I was stupid, out of my mind, just divorced, and I shouldn't have got involved with a married person. It was dumb. Listen, she is not a bad person. I just think it's just a bad idea. It's a bad idea for me, but I think it's the closure part is good, and we seal the deal and we're done, and that's it. I know, I'm sure you're listening. It's not a big deal. Nobody hardly even watches. Nobody really talks about it. Nobody will care. It'd just be good for me. It'd be helping me. close it, close everything about it. I don't have to think about it anymore. I don't have to think about like what it must feel like for somebody get blackmailed with a child. Like I know those guys. I'm Mike and the Minute fans, Mick and Gus, and they don't understand what that kind of is. Like the responsibility that comes through your mind, thinking about like if you had to raise another kid, like what that actually looks like in your brain. It's fucking nuts. So like it's hard to get past those things, So I probably will, but it'll be a lot quicker. You just hash it out. When nobody's listening. No worries. We'll just nobody will be around. Just be us two and maybe one of the two other people. That'll be it. And talk it out and be done. But that's all I can say about that. Let's see what happens. I'll keep everybody up to date with that. What else? That's pretty much it, huh? Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Not too much. Let's go to the I haven't looked at the chat yet. Let's see. Anything good? Okay. I don't even know something. Well, I'll tell you, Michigan man, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being on the chat. If you have a question, you can ask it. If not, I'm going to get out, I think. Thank you. I'm going to health. Thank you. If Mana doesn't delete it, you'll be shocked. He's not going to delete it. What's there to delete? There's nothing. We're just talking. It's just people talking. What's there to delete? Like it's nothing that's like a lie. I'm not worried about it, because the way the court looks at things, that's not really sure like what would happen. You just talk things out. Nothing. There's no crimes that were committed or anything. It's just I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I guess they theoretically could have been. I don't know, but I think it would be in best interest to do it. Yeah, Bio Dude, that was fucking disgusting. Shepherd's pie. First of all, I don't know. The pictures he takes are horrible. For a guy that's like a really smart and like seems like he's kind of artsy, his pictures stink. They're awful. And like he did a bad job presenting. This thing's too loud. Let's see right there. He did a bad job by presenting that food. It looked like shit. And I saw Matt from Providence say like it looked like it didn't even go in the oven. That's what it looked like. There's no chart to it, Bio Dude. Like you're gonna get a picture of that. You got to get it right out of the fucking oven. You cut it, it's still bubbling. You snap it, bang. Look what I made. You don't give us your fucking on a garbage pail dog shit after. It's like it's like serving a steak on a fucking like a trash lid. Like what are you doing? It was terrible. It looked awful. I feel bad for whoever had to eat that fucking dribble. That fucking garbage. Fuck, dude. Learn how to cook. You start watching Kane's Kitchen. It's coming out very shortly. I got some recipes coming to the plate, and I'll show you how to do it. I'll do shepherd's pie for you, okay? We'll do a real shepherd's pie. We'll do it the actual shepherd's pie. I'm sure you use ground beef, right? So you made what do they call it, cottage pies with the ground beef. And shepherd's pie is technically lamb. So we'll do a nice ground lamb dish. I'll do it for you. I'll make it right, make it perfect. You can see how it's done. All right. Oh, take some questions. What do you got? Anybody? Kane's. Oh my God. How do you know it's my birthday? Is it on my account? I forgot about that. 44 tomorrow. 44. So I was, I wanted to do a birthday show, but I got to produce for Brandon tomorrow. And I'm like, I may be banned. Who knows? I mean, Mick does, he has clout with Kirk. So Kirk could just do it to bust balls. Who knows? I mean, he says it's out, I'm out. So I figured Dave, I was going to go out, but I'm like, I got to get on tonight, get on here before it could end for 3 months, which would be horrible, would be horrible. I would have to take, I don't know what I would do. But I wouldn't be happy with Mick. I can promise you that. Blind Mike sneakers. Haha, what a joke. Top 5 network personalities. Oh boy. I know who's last. Last on the depth chart for sure is Quinlan. He's dead last. Second to last, John from Scranton. I'd say the best personality right now, it's gonna have to go with Mick. Mick is the guy. We're gonna give him the number one spot, even though he's struggling a little bit, but he's still the number one guy. 2, you know what? It's kind of an early pick. I'm gonna go Menner's 1. Menner's number 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Number 2 is Mick. Number 3, to be controversial, Jackson from Australia. Go Jackson from Australia, number 3. Number 4, even though I don't want to do it, but I'm going to go with Cinema Lords. Even though all he does is praise his boys and shits on everybody else. 1/5 of the Circle Jerk crew, just loving each other. But he's good on his shows, and I'm actually pretty excited for his show that's coming out. His show monthly. He said he's got a lot of stuff. He's pretty good at preparation and stuff, so I think it's going to be a really good show. So Cinema Lords he's good. It's good for the world. He's good for the world. A little positive at times for my liking, but he's good for the world. And so I was at 4, 5. Fuck, I don't want him to get mad at me, so I'm gonna go with Freddie Lynn. Freddie Lynn is a masterpiece in the making. See how he handles this. Mick's been slumping, so now it's his turn to jump in there again and take back his rightful place as the number one review show, or whatever we're going to call Mike and the Minifans type show, fireside chat. Mick is less prepared than Freddie. But Mick has spunk. Mick has talent, so that helps. It helps in the grand scheme of things. But Freddie's a prepared guy, so those are the top 5. And Tim Smith is. I take him off the list completely because he is a fucking weirdo. I've noticed with him every time I post something or whatever, he just say right now, I got a picture in the background. He'll pull it. He'll look, why is that like that? He's fucking very interested in my backgrounds. Why chairs behind things? Why do I hang pictures? I mean, I don't know, Tim. Well, come down to come to the United States. So you can hang out with me for a couple of days. We'll hang out. Stay, bring your family, whatever you want to do. We'll make it work. Other than that, stop being so weird. Let's see. Oh, Sig is a weird guy. Sig is one guy that I've thought actually about blocking. I don't really block anybody, but Sig is one of those guys that I'm ready to fucking block. He's just so odd. He's just such a weird guy. He's very annoying. Let's see. Sneakers is a funny guy. I'll read that shit though. Let's see. Anything else? Nothing else. All right. Well, I think there's a show tomorrow. I don't know. Is it Monday? I think it's Monday. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to BAP. Maybe Wednesday we'll do something else. Brando show tomorrow, 6:00 with Justin Trudell. I got a feeling Brando's going to have some very weird questions, things that may get a little uncomfortable. So we're all looking forward to it. Make sure you're there. Give him his views. He really cares about those views. Let me tell you, he really cares. He was making all kinds of excuses for his low views this week. Look, Manners tells him the truth. We're behind the scenes a little bit. Keep his confidence up. Say, hey, just keep putting the shows out. That's all you got to do. You just keep with the mindset doing the shows. Stop trying to waste people's time that are a little higher than you. Go think a little lower, but listen, he's his own guy. He's like, fuck it. I've locked in Mike. He got in Coleman. Well, Mike's not locked in yet. He said he would do it. He's not locked in. Justin's locked in. Coleman's coming. Mike will be on. He'll be on there. He also told me, again, this is the kind of crazy guy this is. He wanted me, if Kurt came on the show, to just, just buzz him in as the show started. It's the kind of crazy person we're talking about here. I don't think so. I would never do that. I mean, unless he told me to, but that'd be kind of weird. But Brando's a good guy. I think that's about it. I'm not slurring, Mick. No drinks today, Mick. You're not going to believe it. Totally sober. 100%. No booze today. Kanye's wife, holy shit. I showed my girlfriend that. She fucking almost passed out. She can't do this. I'm like, calm down. Jesus Christ. I thought she looked spectacular. She is a tremendous looking woman. Holy fuck. But it pays to have $1 billion or whatever Kanye has, right? So helps. But she was not happy about it, and secretly, it's who knows what the real reason is. It's tough. You don't girls like that are hard to look at. Not good. Here she comes. So I'm gonna be quiet. Shh. I didn't say anything. Let's see. And I'll tell you what, if this did get deleted, that'd be a big problem. That'd be a big problem because everything is on the up and up. It's entertainment. We're just here to have fun. But I do not like that I said her before, mass gambling girl. You're a scumbag. You're the one that told me that Sig was the whatever the fuck account it was that was bothering me. Can't remember. The grader. You told me that. Whoever you are. It could be 5 different people. I don't know. They all know you did, so they threw you out. Don't fucking try to grab things and send stuff to people. What are you doing? You don't need to do that. If you need anything sent, let me know. If you got DMs that you're talking about, I don't know what they are. I talked to you about 3 times. So I don't know. I don't know who they're from. If you have them, you can send them to me. I'll send them over. I'll show you. I'll send them. I'll blur it out again, and you'll know where it went. I'll send it right over for you. No problem, because I stand by anything that's in the DM too. I don't care. Say it right to anybody. Why would I don't hide behind any of it? I don't care. I'm not worried about somebody copying up a DM and posting it. I don't really care. Quinlan sucks. This guy blocked me. How fucking soft are you, Quinlan? Honest to God. You blocked me because I made fun of your steak. You are fucking soft as shit. You've never been able to be a producer for the show. No chance. You got no balls, And your show is it's really funny. It's really good. Spending an hour with you would be like a fucking prison sentence for me, to be honest with you. I give John credit. He'll do. He does shows. You got to realize he does shows with Jay. John, fucking vodka shows with Jake. So doing a show with you is kind of like those guys are way worse than you. So that's like a breath of fresh air, but it's still like prison. Fucking A, dude. How are you talking about that garbage? Oof. Poor John. Poor guy. I'm not creeping on mass gambling. I don't know if it's a girl. I don't like, make how, then what if she started clipping shit that you sent and sending it to your girlfriend? I'm sure you'd be on BAP being like, she's great. Why even do that? You that fucking soft? Just send me it. I'll send it for you. No problem. I got you. Anything you need, I got. I don't stand behind everything. I don't care. Let's see. And do I know about Taylor Mathis? No, not really. I do think though, the shows is really going well right now. I know Sneakers was down about it. I like when Blind Mike Sneakers to tell us what he wants more of. He never describes it, Just always says he hates the show, but I'm actually interested because there's a lot of things he says that are true. I mean, I'm not denying that. He definitely has some good points. He's very funny, but I like to just hear like what they think they're missing. Just curious. Like better people that come in, but nobody's really better that's come in before anyway. All the people that come into the studio are basically the same for the most part. Besides the guys that make money off the show, like Blind Mike or the producers or whatever, but everybody else is pretty much the same. I don't know. I just think it's a fun show, and when it's the right people in there, it's fun. Sometimes you get guys in there and then they don't want to. I've been there. It's hard. Once you get comfortable, though, you can have a good show. You can make people laugh and have fun. And I don't make people laugh, but I'm able to go with the flow now a little better. So it was a great show. Like for an hour and a half show, that was pretty good. I enjoyed it. For me, I had a great time. So I like when Blind Mike's there. It's a nice. It's like a binky, he's gonna be able to talk a lot, so you don't have to try to be the main person, so it's a lot easier. So he's a big help in there. No Captain Kane, Michael. None. Nope. No Captain Kane. That's you know what? We got to retire that. I will say we got to get to the elephant in the room. That was me on the show. Holy fuck! A lot of kind people talking about my weight. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the wishes, the well wishes, and happy thoughts. The guy who called in and said I had a vagina. I don't even know. I appreciate you guys. It's bad. It's out of control. I got to lose some weight for sure. I'm going to do it. Mick this year he's reading a book. He's learning a new fucking language. I'm gonna lose some weight. It's gonna be the trifecta. I gotta do something. You can't. I don't want to die young, so I'm gonna do something about it. It's good. It's good to see yourself in that light and realize like you look ridiculous. Like it's time for a change. Olympics on the way. I mean, listen, we'll do whatever we got to do. Yes, my eyebrows are fucked up. Don, I want to give you some credit. No, I'm not going to do it. You're not getting credit for the cooking show. It's not happening. It's coming though. I had a mic so I could pin it in, and it's not compatible with my my camera. So boner salad. You led me down the wrong path. So I had to order a new mic, but I got a couple dishes. I'm doing a salad for Boner Salad. He wants a salad. I'm going to give him one. A dick salad. No, we're not going to do that, but I got a good one. I got a salad I'm going to do for him, and like a kind of like a salad condiment. And I got to pick an entree, so I'm going to try to base it off something, and we'll cook it, see how it goes. Maybe if that mic comes in time, we'll do something for the Super Bowl, some Super Bowl snacks. I'm kind of getting forced into doing this, so I guess I'll do it. Freddie, how you doing? Appreciate you. Appreciate your numbers. Good week this week. I don't know what you got on store this upcoming week. I'm sure it's a big name because you said you have fucking names for days. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if you could sit on the mic and do this for 53 minutes. You don't want to ever have to get to that point, so make sure you got your guests booked. It's not easy, not fun. Yeah, you can ramble, be a dummy like me, but I know you like control, so it wouldn't be as good for you. But well, to wrap it up, listen. The fact is Kirk basically likes to blow Mick. So the fact is for me is, I could be gone tomorrow. It could be, I would hope not. I think me and Kirk now have, we have a little bit of a rapport, I think I finally won him over a little bit. I don't care what happens. If I never won the show again, I would never care. I'm excited to ever have gone on once. Really, really, seriously, truly. I have a career. I know I'm not good. So I would never think that I would be able to ever be in anything to do with radio or anything. So I don't care. For me, it's just fun. Other people are trying to get places, and that's different. I wish them all the luck. Me, personally, it always was about ever just sitting in that chair once. I've done it, and I've been on more than once, and I'm enjoying it. And Mick disparaged my name, and I'm not gonna let it stand. You can come back at me, motherfucker. Keep coming. Keep doing what you gotta do. Because I'm not going away. I'm never gonna go away. You're never gonna push me out. Nobody's ever gonna push me out. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna be exactly the same. It's never gonna end till the show ends. As soon as the show ends, I'm out of here. Completely gone. I mean, maybe the Minute Fan Network will stick around. That would be sad. Without Kirk, but that's it. It's gonna be a one and done. In and out. Kirk Minute Show ends. See you later. It's the way I would love it to be. So I'm gonna have some fun doing it. I wish Mick well. I think he looks great. He's healthy. He's ready to fight. He's ready to go. He's feisty, but he was fucking wrong about the tips. He's nope, I won't do it. He's a front of the house guy. You got to be worried about these guys. You can never trust him. He's bailed on the show a bunch, but I think he's turned the corner. He's turned the corner. He's kind of ditched Christian. He's gotten ever since he's kind of left Christian. He's gotten better. That's for sure. That's for sure. Him and Christian's not a great show. I like Christian. Christian's good on the mic though. He's good. He's smooth. Like he has some weird takes, but I like him. But for some reason, Mick just seems a little not as unhinged with him. He's too normal. Mick on BAP is just terrific. So looking forward to it tonight. I hope it's tonight. You're gonna get it out because you've said you're gonna drop things and they don't drop. So I'm wishing you guys the best. Have a good night. Enjoy your night. Say happy birthday to me, please, tomorrow. I appreciate it. 44. I got to be, by the time I'm 45, I need to be down a lot of weight, healthy, and feeling better completely. Who knows? Maybe I'll never drink again. Good night.